Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Yes. The war in Ukraine triggered a global arms race and the setting of scores among different players. And it did not start with a Russian invasion of Ukraine. It started with the Russia being fed up with the occupation of territories closer to Russia by NATO. That's what it is. And Russia said, you know what? I'm going to shoot the first shot and see what's happening. And after that, everybody else started shooting. So, Russian fleet is conducting drills, missile launches in the Sea of Japan. All right. Putin said that the future of Russia depends on the Arctic as well. There's going to be another sphere of influence that will be seeing forces opposing one another, fighting for resources, like in the movie Mad Max, which I like very much, with Mel Gibson, whom I like very much, of course, for his acting and for his political wit. Not religious wit, political wit. All right, that's the first one. The Russians conduct missile launches in the Sea of Japan, not Sea of Russia, Sea of Japan. That's a warning. Then we have NATO in how do you call that, traditional defensive posture, having Norway sending F-35s to Poland to protect an important NATO hub for Ukraine. I'm going to show you maps where and why. Defensive, preemptive strike. Remember, I love that. And then we find out that Mr. Andriy Yermak, who is the head of President's office, Ukrainian President's office, he said that I reject Kremlin's desire to have peace talks. Why? Because I think that's just manipulation. So this is Yermak for you, a former movie director, something like that, like Mr. Weinstein. He looks like Weinstein as well. So let's start with the first topic. Here it is. This is Russian fleet conducts cruise missile launches in the Sea of Japan. Watch the video. Well, I'm going to show you the pictures because YouTube doesn't like me personally to show you videos. It's okay with other guys showing you, but not with me. Russian Pacific Fleet forces carried out a large-scale military exercise from June 16 to June 30th involving coordinated launches of cruise missiles at simulated targets in the Sea of Japan. You got it? So these guys simulate some attacks. Again, these guys are also defending themselves. So Russia conducts drills in the Sea of Japan. I'm going to show you a different map, not only this one, but just so you know, here is how the things look over there. This is Japan. Obviously, this is the Sea of Japan. Here we have Russia, Vladivostok. We have North Korea. We have China. We have South Korea. And you know what we don't have here? The United States of America. I think they missed it. United States of America must be everywhere because they're always here. And the Brits also should be around here somewhere, the Australians and every other ass kisser. Now, I'm going to show you a different map, but let's go to this, guys. Newsmac World. Russia's warships conduct drills in the Sea of Japan. And let's go with the world. So we're talking about this location exactly here. This is where we're going to go, right here. I have to remind you that the closest point to this legal territory of the United States of America is Hawaii, which is located somewhere here, or if you want, Alaska. So it's right here, thousands of miles away from the Sea of Japan. On the other hand, Russia is right here. All right? Okay, so here it is. Sea of Japan. Exactly here. We have here the Russians, as I said, North Korea, South Korea, Japan. So this is where the Russians are conducting drills. Why do they conduct drills over there? Well, because they can. I used to have a boss, first time when I came to America, and he always bought a lot of cars, and a year, 2 years, boom, sell it. And some people, not me, but were asking, why do you need, why do you buy, what do you need, what do you buy? And his answer was, because I can. Fuck all of you. But the same thing with the Russians right now. Why? Because they can. Because if you ask the Americans why they are over there, they're going to start with their violin and with their Paganini, you know, the Capricci, all the Campanella and all that. What Campanella? Isn't that? So talk about that, and they are defending democracy and freedom and all that and so on. But the Russians do not have the same authority, and they're right. Even though they are at the Sea of Japan. This is Russian territory right here. This is the Sea of Japan. Russian territory. This is Vladivostok right there, my friends. But hey, the Americans are everywhere, and these guys probably are going to be, you know, scolded for conducting drills by their country versus the other one right here. Next, new voice of Ukraine. Norway to send F-35 jets to protect Ukraine aid hub in Poland. Against whom? Against whom? Now I'm going to show you again the map and another map as well. We're going to go here, right? This is Norway in here. Norway is lucky. Norway would be very quickly strangled economically if it didn't find oil and gas in the Norwegian Sea. That's what saved Norway's collapse and every other Nordic country, socialist they call it. That's all. They got oil and gas right here, these baboons right here. No problem. So they send their jets from here, they send them right here. And exactly to a little city of Rzeszów right here. This is where they send them. Why? Because here we have an airfield. You see that airfield? Hapatsaka? Oh, it's blurred out. Okay. So, this is where the NATO drops and lands its garbage that you see this highway, A4, it's a freeway going gippy zippy, and guess where this guy is going? You see, you're going to follow it. It goes to, come on, Lviv, and Lviv is not yet in Poland. Lviv is in Ukraine. So from here, no, Krakow, from Rzeszów, from here, right here. This is the main line, and the Russians know it very, very well. This is Ukraine. And if you want, and if you don't, I will show you anyway, right here. Rzeszów is right here, Lvov is here. Got it? So, this is the highway. Alright, why do they send F-35s over there? Let's see, to protect against whom? Norway will strengthen its contribution to NATO's air and missile defense system by deploying F-35 fighter jets to Poland and Rzeszów airport this fall. The Norwegian bababab. Why? Do they give us why? Oh my god, look at those guys. Alright, the ministry's readiness and security, man. Right here, the ministry added that the operation was carefully planned to maintain Norway's national readiness and security. So they, the Norwegians who are residing here still, right here, for their security and national they send right here to protect them, because why? The Russian bear woke up and he's in a bad mood. All right, here it is. Ukraine form, Norway to deploy F-35 just to Poland hub, strengthening its contribution, the same thing. So, they, if you want peace, you have to prepare for war. But the Russians cannot do that, okay? Their drills in the Sea of Japan, I'm guaranteeing you those are something like, no. All right, let's go to Andriy Yermak. Andriy Yermak is a Weinstein. You know who Weinstein is? Yermak rejects Kremlin's peace talks claims as manipulation. So this is a guy in charge of the Ukraine's president's office. And he's a very powerful man. Some people say he's powerful in Ukraine, in their little, how do you call it, corrupt little hub. The Kremlin is once again feigning openness to dialogue, attempting to shift responsibility for prolonging the war it launched against Ukraine. Andriy Yermak, head of the Ukraine's president's office, stated on June 30th, commenting on remarks by Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov. Okay, so what did Peskov say? Russia's statements claiming that the dynamics of negotiations depend on Kiev are yet another manipulation. Okay, I wanted to argue. Oh, you can't argue because you are a... Oh, but Yermak is not a Greco-Roman. Yermak is a goat herder. So they didn't have logic. They didn't fucking know what logic is. I mean, look at the booklet they wrote, supposedly, in 300 and some BCE. Okay, so obviously you have to support your statements with arguments, Yermak. These words are uttered in parallel with missile strikes on Ukrainian cities and attempts to destroy critical infrastructure. So what are you talking about? Are you talking about the inability or impossibility of conducting negotiations while you are fighting? Well, Yermak is an imbecile, but a bad imbecile. Why? He ignores many other wars, like, for instance, let's see, Vietnam War. Those guys were conducting negotiations while the Americans were dropping napalm on the civilian population in Vietnam. What are you talking about? Many contacts occur even during the Second World War and the First World War, and not only. You can go now, they are conducting in the same time. What rule states or proclaims that in order to have peace talks, you have to stop the war and nothing? Where? Then I go, where? And according to whom? And who are you? Again, what's your authority? Listen, if you want to stop the war, you will find a way. You will open the, where is a will, there's a way. The same here. If you really want to do that, you can find a way. You can speak, negotiate in parallel with the war. You are also hitting Russian infrastructure as well. So, I know, self-defense, you're the good boys, the other guys are the evil guys and so on. The problem is, they don't want, Yermak doesn't want that. What do you think will happen to Yermak after this is done? I mean, do you think he's going to run away to London with his billions or something? Billions of love, I'm talking about. Do you think he's going to stay in over there? It's bad enough for the Ukrainian nation that you have people like Yermak, Reznikov, Zhmihal, and Zelensky, and Umerov in charge of their nation. That's bad enough. They are a country under clear occupation. And they don't have to have NATO troops. They're already occupied. Look at those guys. If you're okay with that, then you allow me. Let's say I move to Zimbabwe and my children will be, your presidents. They will just look like you, they will act like you, they have the same culture as you, and they will be Zimbabweans, my friend. And if you're okay with that, I would go to Israel. And I want my children to be presidents and chief of Mossad and all that in Israel and prime ministers. It ain't gonna happen. Why? Because I am genetically something else. That's why you don't see, there must be some Palestinians living in or Arabs, how you want to call them, in Israel, but I haven't heard yet of a Mossad chief, prime minister, defense minister, president being Palestinian. Never. When you're going to have all these guys Palestinians, then you're going to say, yes, diversity is our strength. But no, that's why they call it Jewish state. And they don't call it, just Israel. Because, anyway, so this guy, Yermak, is in charge of another nation. Why would he want peace? He doesn't care about the Ukrainians. They're not his family, let's put it this way. Thank you very much for being with me again today. So Russia doesn't want to. Wouldn't you grab every opportunity to talk about it? What does it take? Do you think it takes money or time from the delegation going over there? Is this what it is? Really? I mean, you get billions of dollars from other people's taxes, forcefully collected taxes. They were not given, I want to give my taxes. I don't want to give any taxes whatsoever. Leave me the fuck alone. I want to go on top of a mountain, with them over there, and come over. That's all. That's what I would like to do. But no, they come and get you. The Jew come and get you. There you go. So, they don't want to stop this garbage. I would find any opportunity to talk as many times as necessary. And in the meantime, we fight, baby doll, we fight. But they don't want. They say, oh, you know what? I think because today you wear a whatever shirt, that tells me that you don't want to negotiate. See, everybody, the problem is not that the baboon is telling baboonish things. Is that our media and our people pretend not to notice that it's a baboonish statement. They're like, oh, yeah, you're mocking my friends. Instead of saying, whoa, call this guy out. Hey, fat fuck, what are you talking about? You want some money? You want to change money or some carpets? What do you want? Fuck, Freddy. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.